Today on Keep Alive, I'm going to be talking about how robots and artificial intelligence is taking over the world. We'll be right back. I'm your host, A. William Lee, podcaster, podcast producer, and the founder of the Kiva Agency of Digital Marketing. I've been reading lately of some of the big articles that are hitting the newspapers and magazines throughout the country concerning robots. You know, robots are quite an interesting bit of engineering. When you really sit down and take a look at how high-tech and engineering has gone together to create actual machines that can do such incremental, delicate surgeries, for instance, in hospitals, how they can actually handle hazardous material and actually do manufacturing feats in car manufacturing. That's just the tip of the iceberg of what artificial intelligence with engineering is doing with these robots. They've learned so many different techniques and tricks. For instance, for some time now, we've had a actual robot that works with the bomb squad to defuse bombs and to take the opportunity of losing life away from the scenario. It's been an amazing trip. And now they've got them to the point whereas they're learning how to walk. That's right, just like a human being does. They're learning how to pick up 1 foot at a time and walk. They have so many other feats that are so amazing. If you watch the robots in action in some of the great YouTube videos that are now available on YouTube, you can see how they've manufactured hands that look just like our hands and work very similar to the way we move the muscles in our hands. The tasks they can do, from drilling holes, sawing, walking, going up and down stairs. There's a whole host of things that artificial intelligence is now, with engineering, really closed the gap on. Now, how's this going to affect us in everyday life? I remember a show called Wall-E, and it was on not too long ago. It was a movie, a few years back, in fact, where there was this little garbage compactor, and supposedly on Earth everything had died. Plants had died, the water had disappeared, and all that was left was a ugly planet with garbage. Everywhere was garbage. And only one trash compactor survived, and that was Wall-E. And it was interesting how the story went on as it talked about how things could happen in the future. Maybe someday we will destroy this planet and leave nothing but garbage behind. But it was interesting because Wall-E was just one little robot with an artificial intelligence who discovered that he could actually start gaining feelings and how he could change the planet and the Earth. Well, we know that this is all fictional, and it's something that is built on a hypothesis that someday the Earth may be in that condition. And how they had actually in the movie moved everybody onto ships that now sail without any problems at all throughout the heavens. Well, it's a wonderful idea. Now, if you look on board those ships, however, you find what I think authors of the show really went overboard on, and that's the factor that humans were replaced by machines. Some days I wish I could be replaced by a machine. But I don't think I'd like to be just sitting on a lounge chair type mobile device that floated around through buildings and stores, and when I wanted to talk on the phone or watch television, I'd give a command and a screen would drop down and I could have a Skyping session or a teaching session and never leave. Food would be brought to me and automatically stuffed into my mouth. I don't think this is a living combination of artificial intelligence that I would like to get involved with. Hey, I'm lazy, there's no doubt about that, but come on, guys. It's more fun to walk to the grocery store, to your favorite restaurant, or just walk outside and enjoy nature than to be floating around in a chair all the time. The point of this show today is just simply this. Artificial intelligence has started to take over with the factor of high tech. Now, you don't believe what I'm saying? Stop and think about something. People nowadays don't even like to go shopping anymore. They'd rather get on the computer and check out Amazon or some other shopping online network simply because they deliver to the door. They don't want to leave the home. They don't want to leave the atmosphere of safety and security. Is this because our society has got so ruthless? Is this because of the problems that we have with gang violence, school shootings, and etc.? I don't know. But I do know one thing, that people are really starting to withdraw. Now, there's a lot of other people that want to get off the grid. You've seen them on television where they buy a cargo container or something of this stature. They race out into the middle of the desert or maybe up into the woods and dig a hole and bury themselves so nobody can bother them. They don't want to be taken over by the enemies or forced into any situation which would hamper their health. So by isolating themselves, they feel, I guess, a great freedom. I don't know what it would be for me. I think I'd be kind of going like a little wacko doodles, if you know what I mean. There's other people now that just stay home and don't come out of their house. They sit and watch television or follow what the world is doing on their computer. Where are we going with all this? Artificial intelligence is taking over? Are we losing our security? And take a look at the youth today. Where are they at? Well, I'll tell you where they're at. They're in a world of their own in high tech. They're following themselves around with their thumbs on their telephones, messaging and not talking, watching pictures, taking selfies or selfies of themselves and spreading them all over the internet. In fact, they're even having internet sex now. What's going on with people? Why are we losing our value of life? We're losing the whole realm of beauty that surrounds us. Mother Nature, the wonderful things that we can see, and the freedoms that we have in this country. Slowly, within ourselves, we are just dividing ourselves away from it. Now, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And I know it doesn't make sense to you if you sit down and really think about it. But it's not us that I'm worried about. It's the youth. The youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. And if they're going to hide out and just text everybody and not talk anymore, not communicate, and slowly, shall we say, with no indication of humanity disappear, just vaporize, what kind of country are we going to have left? And is this a great day for patriotism? Is this a great day for a country that was based on entrepreneurship, that was based on people actually communicating? I don't think so. So, as far as artificial intelligence is concerned, that's great. But we humans have the best thing going. And that's common sense, that's intelligence, and that's a love for our country. It's been great talking with you. If you've got so many ideas or suggestions for a show, go to Keep Us Smiling. That's Keepa, Keeba, smiling.com. Drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. So remember, no matter how things get and no matter how the world changes, if you keep a positive attitude, you'll always keep a smiling.